are we profiting enough from this new age of where a lot of the stuff that we liked is now liked by everybody?
I've got a theory in it. The gatekeepers have been removed, and that is why culture is being adopted more. It's kind of like if you're a girl that does fashion and you want to do a brand deal with Maybelline, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, you know what the target audience want.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the guy that's making the decision sometimes is a guy anyway, and he's 65 years old. So he's blocking out, telling you don't know what his audience want, but you are the perfect person to decide that. Nowadays, there's no gatekeepers, so it's good for the public and the audience as well, because I just get to pick what I like, basically.
You know, one thing I do feel like, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. What do you feel like the fact that, like, they say we are the culture right now, yeah? But do you feel like black culture is black culture anymore? Because we can go to Manchester right now and there'll be people talking and they'll sound like they're from East London or like they're from South London. Like, is it just everybody's culture now?
It depends. It depends, because I could even argue that some cultures are solely regional. Not necessarily black culture, because if you say that people are in Manchester and you can literally act like an East Londoner. And that could be an Asian, white or black East Londoner. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it comes to a point whereby if they're in Manchester, are they mimicking black culture, or is it East London culture? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because there's so many different nuances in it. But I do fully hear you. I feel like our culture does lead in a lot of things, innit? Like we've always historically had like entertainment, sports.
Yeah.
It's leading into fashion a lot now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think that it does have those influences there, and people are tapping into it, man, for real.
And then we see the rise of like Afro Beats becoming everybody does. I remember there was the whole, you know, especially with like Caribbeans, they had, you know, dancehall, that's their music type thing. And now I've gone to like, you know, Caribbean parties and stuff like that, and they'll play Afro Beats.
Yeah.
And it's like, before that wouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean?
We're even only talking within like Caribbeans and Africans, because we always listen to Bashment, right?
It's true.
And they never used to feel Afro Beats, and now that they do. But even still, it's almost like the world has been exposed to Afro Beats now. And for me, it's the same thing I would say with the rest of the culture, like our comedy and everything else. It's kind of like, it's good that it's been recognised, but it's still late. Because a lot of the time we might argue that, and I might have even argued it myself, that Afrobeats a lot of the time is in Yoruba or in Tree. So how can someone else enjoy it? But I've been enjoying Somebody Gasolina. Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
I've been in it. I don't know what man's saying. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
What's that one? Despacito. We've been enjoying it. No one understands what it's just good music, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But it's nice that the time has finally come whereby it's just palatable across like all cultures, which is really, really good.
No, I hear you. And do you feel like that creates opportunities? Because that's the thing I feel like. Are we profiting enough from this new age of where a lot of the stuff that we liked is now liked by everybody? Do you feel that we profit enough from it? Or do you still feel like, for example, like they'll say like hip hop, Eminem gets all the credit because, you know, he's a white guy that can rap. If he was black and rap the same way, people wouldn't be so surprised or wouldn't give him so much ratings. Adele, she gets it because she's a white woman that can sing like at that level, but there are probably black women that can sing at that level that wouldn't get the shine. Do you feel, I don't necessarily agree with that, but do you feel like that is right? Do you feel like we are profiting or having the opportunity to profit from the fact that we are so much involved in the culture right now?
I've got a number of things to say to that. So with the Eminem one, it's definitely true, but you see it in other areas, innit? So like, let's just say that, I don't know how to put it, but sometimes it's that there's a word for it when someone is good at a space that they wouldn't typically operate.
Yeah.
It kind of gets more attention, basically, especially if they're bringing all the people that are familiar with them into a new area, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? With Adele, I don't really agree
with Adele.
Adele's cold.
I think she's too... I hear Adele, I hear Beyonce, I don't feel like they sound alike. She's in her own lane.
Adele's cold, like she's insanely cold, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like I F with Adele heavy anyway, because she's even like from ends and whatnot, innit?
Exactly.
So, not my ends, but ends.
No,
in
but
general.
ends in general, yeah. And she doesn't hide it,
Yeah. And then But what I do want to say
Yeah.
is that I've got a theory in it.
Yeah.
The gatekeepers have been removed. And that is why culture is being adopted more. It's kind of like, let's talk about brand deals.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to do a brand deal with, let's take it out of our industry. If you're a girl that does fashion and you want to do a brand deal with Maybelline, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, you know what the target audience want.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the guy that's making the decision sometimes is a guy anyway, and he's 65 years old. So he's blocking out, telling you, you don't know what his audience want, but you are the perfect person to decide that. Now, what we need to remember is that years back, for those of you who are young and watching the podcast, if you wanted people to hear your music...
Yeah, you had to go on radio.
Radio.
You had to.
And if the radio bosses think people won't like it, they're not playing it.
Yeah.
So when you know your song is going on radio, everyone will be waiting around. Yeah, they're going to play my song on radio. People are going to hear it. Nowadays, there's no gatekeepers. So it's good for the public and the audience as well, because I just get to pick what I like, basically. Yeah. Someone make a song, put it on Spotify, put it on TikTok or whatever, and the audience get to pick what they like. So now it's even good because the proof is in the pudding, because where the culture is concerned, and I'm talking about entertainment, I'm talking about all of these shows on like Channel 4.0 and whatnot, they're getting big because the audience are literally able to pick what they like. Whereas before, they would have had to be like, please, sir, can you show me a show on blah, blah, blah. They just put it out themselves, and now we can see the audience like it.
And what's getting even smarter, see what TikTok is doing, and like social, like see TikTok Shop, for example. Like you mentioned brand deals, you said like Maybelline or whatever these brands are. Now you can find a product on TikTok Shop, you can advertise it on your platform, and if people buy it, you get paid.
Yeah. That thing's gone crazy.
So now, like, how much times have you scrolled on TikTok? You see these people with these toilet roll.
Bro, them are the bashing, you know. Them are the bashing. You come in with like 168 rolls of toilet roll.
And it's like, actually...
It's a good deal though.
It's a good deal. And the thing is that now you don't need to wait for a big brand to come and give you an opportunity. Yeah. You can find a product that you like to use. You can find your own unique style to advertise it and make it cool and make people want to buy into it and want to like it. And it will expose it to new audiences, and then all of a sudden now you're a seller. You've got a business.
This is it, and it goes back to what I'm saying. And I'm so glad you said that, because that is another version of removing the gatekeeper.
Exactly.
Because previously, you know, the guys that typically do that. To be fair, I've only got one guy that comes to mind, but he appears to be working class family, so on and so forth, which might not ever get a chance with a brand.
Exactly.
Might not even get looking. Might not even get a conversation started. But because they're able to cut them out, and they don't necessarily have to go to them, they deal with TikTok directly and use the affiliate scheme through TikTok and get paid for it. Bro, you're killing it.
And then now, when they're now doing the longer content and saying, look, if you sign up and do the longer content, we're going to run ads on your content. So let me tell you something. This is where I don't know how it's going to work, but we've gone from TV, TV had to be there at a certain time and there were ads. Then we hated that, so we went to streaming.
Yeah.
And now streaming are bringing in ads. So we've seen Prime say, look, we're going to bring in ads. Netflix say we have to bring in ads. And so it's almost like we're going back to TV.
Oh, honestly.
All over again.
Honestly, yeah.
Unless you want to pay even more than you were paying already. And it's like, it's just it's a cycle. So I want to see how are we going to accept it again, or are we going to rebel against it? Do you know what I mean?
Because there's so many different streaming platforms.
Because at the end of the day, sometimes TikTok can feel like television.
Bro,
like imagine if you can watch something for 5, 10, 15 minutes straight.
Crazy.
Like, and in the series.
I went for a phase, I used to watch YouTube like television.
Yeah.
Turn my TV and go straight onto YouTube. I'm not really messing with it no more like that, but I used to do that.
No, but I mean, my kids, they watch YouTube. They don't watch television. It's very difficult to get them to watch actual like, we have to record the shows. Even the television, we have to record it, and then they'll watch it, recording, because they still want to be able to fast forward.
This is it. My TV's not even plugged into the flipping thing. It's all iPlayer, or all of the 4 on demand. What do they call it now? It's not even 4 on demand. You should know, bro.
I don't even know.
All four.
I don't even know what all these channels, bro. I just know when I got on my Sky.
All the apps are there. All the apps are there.
So, but the point being is that this gives us, like you said. So, for example, now for someone like myself, I know that me getting a show on Netflix or Prime or one of these streaming platforms is so much more realistic and so much more able to happen than me trying to get a show on television, like my own show on television. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because there's so many more. If you do it enough on YouTube, they can buy into it. And say, I want what you've done there. We've seen it. We've seen people,
digital proof is in the pudding. They've seen how it translates.
They can go through the comments. They can see the views, and they say, "Wow, this is organic."
Yeah.
You've done this with no advertising budget.
Imagine what we could do with it. It's crazy.
And so that's when we talk about the opportunity for people right now. Yeah. It's like whatever you are, dream about it. I was at a meeting and they were talking about one of their clients that she used to. She's a doctor and she used to write in the Evening Standard. And obviously, as newspapers started to die down, Evening Standard was free, started to die down. She went on TikTok, started doing stuff on TikTok.
Crazy.
Now she's blown. Big woman.
Yeah.
Big woman, doctor, blown.
The TikTok thing is crazy. There's a woman that does TikTok. She makes 6 figures a month, innit? And she does Excel, Miss Excel, or whatever her name is. She teaches people tips about Excel. They buy into the tips, and then she says, you can pay for this course or a monthly subscription to learn blah, blah, blah. Bro, she's gone. She's a nomad now.
Bruv, I remember I did a show with BBC, and one of the people that was on there, she was big on TikTok, all because she can do a few of the voices from Harry Potter.
Crazy. That bro is crazy.
So she can do like Miss McGonagall, So she does a few of the voices, about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And so what she does is she'll do content in the day, and then in the night here, it's daytime over there in America. People will be paying her. She'll just live stream for about 6 hours.
Bro.
And people will just be sending 100. Can you do this voice? Can you say this? And she'll literally do this, and she'll make 2-3K an evening.
Bro, I can think of 3 people off the top of my head that eat food on TikTok. I haven't said anything else. They eat food on TikTok. There's even one lady that does stuff close to, I think she's old school now. What's it, ASMR or whatever? I don't even know why I know these acronyms. But it's the one where they will eat crisps bare close to it, like a proper microphone. And that's what they do for the video. Bare views, bro.
And the thing is that what we're saying is that you don't have to just watch TV. There's an audience. TV. You can be TV.
Exactly. The gatekeepers don't gatekeepers. They don't dare. Bro, now they can't tell you that people don't want to watch you eat Chinese because I'm doing it live.
And people are watching.
And people are watching me, bro.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Bro, if I could go back in time, I have a page for every one of these things, fam. But like I say, bro, people, it's not too late, fam.
That's it.
Like, it's something that I used to say to people, just in general. Even when I started my platform, Bricks with Tips, was try and find something that you're doing a lot of anyway, and then throw that on socials. At the time I was saying it, I was thinking about maybe you talk to people about buying and reselling clothes a lot, or you talk to people about knitting a lot, actual skills. That would mean that if you like talking rubbish about films, bro, do it on TikTok. You might end up getting paid for it.
Somebody will like it.
Bro.
Somebody will find it entertaining. And even then, even if they don't like it, that is even someone giving them more.
Exactly.
Like some of the content, like I know for TikTok, for example, my best content is content where I'm saying something like I'm roasting someone, or I'm saying, and people be arguing in the comments.
Once they argue in the comments, you know it's gone.
The thing's gone.
I love it. Back and forth, 2 people arguing.
All of a sudden, it's gone. Like it wants to feed that to more. So so it's not necessarily, it has to necessarily be, all the highs and buys and the nicest of, like just put stuff out there. Do you know what I mean? But if you enjoy it, if you find it entertaining, know that we feel like we're so individual.
Yeah.
But understand there are so many people just like you that will like whatever it is that you like.
One of the things I love about TikTok as well, I should use TikTok more. I'm saying I love it, and hopefully it helps one of you, because I haven't even tapped into it myself. But TikTok does not need to be polished.
No.
You can film on an iPhone 7,
yeah.
fuzzy, upload it. They don't care, bro. They just want what they want.
They want the content.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and that's what like I said, I was in a meeting today, and they're literally talking about that, the fact that they don't actually want you to have a nice background. And all. They just want you to open the app, record whatever it is you're doing,
honestly,
post it, because you can do everything in the app. You don't need to edit it elsewhere. You can do everything. You can add subtitles. Even though you can add subtitles in this thing, you can add all of it. So you can make your content. So it's not about posting once to say, oh, the best call. You know what? I always tell people, I like to try and make that blue magic crack cocaine content. No blue, you know, American gangster. No blue magic. My man saying, "Rah, how can it be this good, but be so cheap?"
Yeah.
That's the content I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
TikTok don't want that.
They don't want that, bro.
Just
They
fling
want something you
it.
made on the fly.
Just fling it on there.
They want the idea from your head onto the
straight
screen.
Straight from your head in there as unique and as unrehearsed as possible.
Yeah.
And just continue to do it, because what they realize is that the more you do it, the more times you're posting, the more people are watching, the more people are buying into you, the more audience you're gonna draw. When you're just dropping that one piece of content and then you're waiting for the next day, bruv, do you know when you think about it, it's like, imagine how many people across the whole world are posting on TikTok.
It's crazy.
So why would you think you could post one piece and the algorithm say, these people have posted 10 times, you posted once.
But you tried hard.
But you know what, yours is so good. We're just going to let the world see what you've got to say. Like, you've got to show them that you're serious about this thing. Do you know what I mean? And so it's one of them things where, and the good thing about TikTok that's different maybe from Instagram is that I find with Instagram, the algorithm is more sophisticated in a sense of it will try to send my content to people it believes will enjoy my content. TikTok doesn't do that, bro, and that's the best part about it.
Best part about it.
You will see people read you're thinking, why are you even seeing this?
Why are you even seeing it?
Why is it showing? The algorithm has no respect. It will just send your thing to anybody and just disturb them for no reason.
And one of the coldest things about this age that we're in is that if you can create content and then maybe launch products off the back of it, it can actually allow you, and this is what a lot of people want to be, it can allow you to be a digital nomad.
Yeah.
Meaning that you don't need to be in this country.
Nope.
You can be elsewhere.
That's what it's about.
If you had to pick 3 countries that you'd be in, other than the UK, to work, making money digitally, what countries would it be?
Number 1 is Nigeria. Number 2 is South Africa. Number 3 is probably Dubai. That's my 3.
Fair enough.
The America thing's too scary for me, man.
Yeah, America's not in my top 3.
It's not me.
I'd go there.
Yeah, of course.
Because when you go there and you spend like a week and a half, there's less chances of being shot.
Yeah, of course.
Less chance of being shot.
Even the Cena gun, I don't even want to see it.
Yeah. But, bro, living there, chances spike, bro.
Come on.
Spike. I think for me, in no particular order, Nigeria, Ghana, and Dubai.
You know what? Talk to me about this Ghana thing, because I feel like I feel like Dubai has been most people especially ethnic minorities I know from the UK. They want to go to Dubai. So I feel like it's been proven, tested, that if you can get a job out there, or if you can get a connection, start a business or whatever, you can live a good life out there. Nigeria, I know, being Nigerian, I get that. This Ghana thing, explain it to me, because people, like, when you think about 30 December, but I know it's big in Nigeria now, but we were having One Direction come over to Ghana first. Like, Ghana really had this December thing on lock in a chokehold. And I guess people talk about Ghana in a way that they feel like there's mad opportunity out there. Talk to me about it.
I've got theories. Guys, don't shoot me. I've got theories about Ghana in it. So, I really enjoy Ghana in it. I went twice last year. My wife's Ghanaian. I've been Nigeria. I've probably been Nigeria over 10 times. So, I go to Nigeria, let's say 3 years apart, 4 years apart.
Yeah.
Next time I go, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. The first thing I'll say about Ghana is that Ghana is very, very patterned, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So everything is kind of like set up. There's no issues with electricity, no real issues with Wi-Fi, no real issues with water. As an African, as someone who goes to Nigeria, you know, with Nigeria that, like, a non-Nigerian can't really step to Nigeria. You can't just pull up to Nigeria
you can't.
at the airport.
No.
You need to know someone there.
Yeah, you have to.
Someone like you and I probably could, and that's even probably because we know someone there. Someone's going to pick us up from the airport. Get us, But you can't really just pull up to Nigeria. And there's not a lot of African countries that you can just pull up to. But Ghana has made themselves one of them. Like, you can go to the airport as a non-African, get an Uber to your Airbnb, check-in will be smooth. There's no Allah. It's not that you get there and it doesn't exist. Check-in will be smooth, so long as in December they haven't resold your apartment.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing, isn't it? But you see with Dubai, Dubai's sick if you want to. I think the Dubai's sick if you want to be employed.
Yeah. If you want to work, they're
going to pay you more, and it's going to be tax free. So all of a sudden, you are getting 70k in the UK, which may boil down to, like, let's just say 4k, 4 and a bit. That same job in Dubai is going to give you 6.5 gross, but it's tax free. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Or 7k gross, but it's tax free. Ghana, I think, is really, really good for business. I'll tell you why. And Nigeria is good for business. Africa is good for business because there's growth opportunities there. Of course. They haven't tapped into everything, innit?
Infrastructure, though.
Exactly that. So what you'll find, and this is something I always say, which is very, very interesting. You look at the rich Africans, or let's go to America. The people in America that are rich are like, I created a microchip for Samsung devices that enable the airdrop system to whatever it is.
They've gone deep. They've had to do something proper.
In Africa, it's... Okay, let's look at Dangote. Sugar, cement. There's bare people in Africa. Bottled water.
Come on.
Cables.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's their play. Billionaires.
Come on.
I supply cables. I supply uniform. Bro, it's crazy. You get what I'm trying to say? And that just highlights how much opportunity is in Africa, innit? Now, I feel like I'm speaking from what I've seen. I feel like I would prefer Ghana for business. I've got a theory in it. Ghanaians, don't shoot me. I feel like 1 in every 10 or 12 Ghanaian is brilliant. When I say, when we say brilliant, innit? Special, entrepreneurship, brazy. The remaining 11, they're typically lazy. And we see that in the service. The reputation precedes itself, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And what I mean by that is that there's no real hustle. Drive or hustle. And sometimes you even see that in taxi drivers, innit? Like you see that when I went to Ghana, I went in December. Typically, what I'm tipping the drivers is way more than what I'm tipping them 4 times what they'd get for a trip. Because bear in mind, the trip is £1.12 or something, innit? But, and I'm not saying that to say that they're something and I'm something, but let's talk about what's relative, because that £1 something for the trip relative to what it costs to live in Ghana is decent money, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So when I've given you 4 times, it's a big deal, innit? But certain times, you can hear that I'm from Britain, and I said that, boss, just help me bring this bag from... I'm going to carry them as well. I'm not saying carry my bags for me. I'm saying, boss, do you mind helping me just bring these bags and put it in the boot, innit? So he's moving out, blah, blah, blah. So when I got to my hotel, I said, boss, could you just help me put them in the elevator, innit? I'll sort you out, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's like, nah, I got to go. Bear in mind, I was going to tip him 4 times his trip. The security guard for the apartment I was staying in he was like, don't worry, I'll help you. I gave him the tip. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But, bro, you asked the question, is a Nigerian going to give up that opportunity? They've preed it already.
When I've gone to Nigeria...
They've preed it already, bro.
Bro, you know what? I've been in this UK, I've been in this UK making money, for a little while now, living nice. But I've never felt like I really had though.
Yeah.
See, when I've gone to Nigeria, bro, man's come out. Like you said, you have to get someone picky from the airport. Man got the driver, took me to the hotel. Got there, second the door open, someone's at the hotels, taking man's bags straight. Said, thank you. Heard my accent. Didn't just take the bags. Said, sir, I'm going to take it to your room.
Yeah, and they make sure that you know what they have done. They don't play, bro. They make sure you know what they have done. They signpost everything.
All he was meant to do was put it through the security to check whether there's, the scanners, just to scan it. Once he heard my accent, said, sir, I'm going to take it to your room. It will be there for you. The bags have gone. Good. Gone to check in, come back. I didn't even see him again. The next morning, when I've seen him, good morning, sir. How are you? Bruv, see, I've liked him so much. I've even given him dollars.
Bro.
You see, I gave him $20, yeah? You see, when I see that brother again, bro, it's like, you now feel like you're royalty.
Yeah. What can I ask what he was, because I feel like Nigerians have got a specific tactic. Can you remember exactly what he was like when you gave him the $20?
No. He was like, thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you. Man will start praying for you. Man will say, it was proper like...
Do you know how clocks when I'll go Niger sometimes? Because $20 is a very, very good tip. Yeah. $20 is a good tip in the US, so he probably was ecstatic with that. Sometimes when you tip in Niger, they call your bluff. They won't show that much emotion, so you don't know whether it was a good tip or not, or whether you need to top it up or not, basically. So that's what I was asking.
No. He showed, man.
Yeah, $20 is a huge tip.
To them, man, that's 20,000.
$20 is huge here. £20.
Come on.
I can get £20 on top of what I paid for.
Man, and if over there, that's 20,000. Because so it's 20,000. Yeah. So that's more than what man might get in a week.
A week? Are you sure, bro? Way more than a week, you know.
No, bro, to be honest, yeah,
that's more than that's way more.
Man might be on 50,000. Man might be on 50,000 for the month.
Bro, he might be on 50,000 for the year. You need to know. Do you know what those salaries are, bro? He might be on 50,000 for the. I'm not playing games. I'm not playing games, bro.
Nah, not that low, bro.
Actually, that's £50 a year,
Yeah,
bro.
50.
But sometimes it's kind of like we'll get the numbers. We'll get the numbers and feed it back,
But I think between 50 to 100 is a typical.
bro. The currency is so volatile. Yeah.
So volatile.
Bro, even if this episode came out in 24 hours, it would have changed.
It would have changed by then. It's true.
I was gonna say put in the comments if you know what annual salary
Come
for
on.
someone that works at a hotel is, but bro,
It'll be up and down.
it's up and down.
But the appreciation. But then also now, for example, when I'm looking for if I need to get a car, man's hailing. When I tell you, man's going to hail the taxi driver. Man's talking to the taxi driver.
Yeah.
So this is my big Oga.
Yeah.
Make sure you look after him. Anything I need, bruv. Like, imagine like man's gone there. They're selling me Pepsi. I'm like, I don't really drink Pepsi. I prefer Coke. Man said, oh, I know. Man's gone to the next bar up to go. Bro, they're not doing that. They're not showing you that type of. But they know that it's worthwhile. You're gonna look after them. Do you understand? But to you, it's change. I'm giving man 5,000 naira. Yeah, it's £5 to me. Yeah. To them, it's it's crazy. So when it comes to service now, they want to smile. They want to talk to you. Do you need anything else? Let me take your plate. Let me do this. Let me help you do this. Where are you going today? What's your activities? Can I help you? Oh, I've got a friend that can do this for you. Yeah. Oh, do you want to sew some clothes? Come.
So I'm gonna jump in here because in Ghana, that's the only thing. That's my only real gripe with Ghana. That service. Sorry, Caribbeans as well. They liken it. They liken service to the Jamaicans, where when you come into a shop, you don't know who's paying who. They'll be moving like you're paying them. I mean, they'll be moving like they're paying you to be here, bro. It's like, do we want to make bread or not, bro? Like, one time, this is when I went the last time. I went to Kumasi. I went to a restaurant, very very nice restaurant. Mwah. And bro, I can't sing Ghana's praises enough. Food is excellent. The aesthetics is excellent. So there's bare women like on their phones and I was like, "Raw, we've been here for like 30 minutes. We want to order." She was like, "I'm not a waitress though. Let me see if I can find you a waitress." No waitress come. Then eventually the manager came here. He was like, "You guys have been sitting here for a while. You haven't been served." I was like, "No, and I asked for a waitress as well." He was like, "So you've been sitting here all this time and you haven't been served." Eman, I swear to you, I was looking at the people on my table, I was like, "Do something!" Yeah, bro, do something, get someone.
A whole manager.
He was like, I'm telling no lie about the length it took. Okay, let me get someone. Finally, bro, look, I got bare stories. Even when I went Ghana recently, yeah, I had a flight at 7, yeah, but we went, we go clubbing in it. So I got to the club at 2 a.m. I knew that they'd take long. I said, let me get 2 jollof, because I ordered for people at the table. 2 jollof fries, 2 yam fries, 2 wings, and then bring the drinks that we ordered as well. Believe I left to go get ready to go to the airport at 5. My jollof fries hadn't come yet. I was out with Joe Samps. He flipping ate my rice. He ate at like 5:30. 3.5 hours for jollof rice, bro. It's crazy. But there's a lot of similarities, yeah. But the differences are big between Ghanaians and Nigerians. So like in the airport, when you're trying to get past the checkpoint, they'll be like, "Raw, you got small lunch for me." I respect that hustle, innit? And it's even, I prefer the way the Ghanaians do it. The difference between Ghanaians and Nigerians is that when Nigerians ask you for small bread at the airport, the difference is that they move like you can't pass that checkpoint unless you drop
give them bread, yeah.
Ghanaians will ask. Nigerians, I remember one time I went to a club in Nigeria and about to like help me cut chew. I don't know him from nowhere. I didn't ask him to. He helped me cut chew when I went to the club, innit? This is 2018. Coming out of the club. KP was like, "Bro, I saw that bouncer screwing you." I was like, "No, you can't. He's not looking at me, man." I was like, "Bro, I think he's screwing me." I was like, "Bro, I don't know from nowhere." Case was like, "Hey, that other guy that helped you come through the gate in the beginning." Bro, got to him, he's like, "You haven't looked after me." I was like, "Bro, looked after you from what?" They said, "When I helped you in the gate, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Bro, there was no queue. You just helped me for no reason." So basically, I dropped him a little something, but bro, it's very
intense.
But one thing, and this is where I digress. This is the main thing I'm saying, yeah, is that, and this is why I think there's a lot of opportunity in Ghana. Nigerian people are something else. And it's a good thing as well, isn't it? What I say about Nigerian people is that if you go to Nigeria, and you've even said it without even saying it, stinking rich, dead broke, and everybody in between, everybody's a hustler, everybody's tried everything, and everybody's putting 100%. So that's why it's kind of techie to do business in Niger. Whereas in Ghana, I feel like there's pockets of opportunity.
Because the competition is less.
Yeah, the competition is less. There's pockets of opportunity and it's got like better infrastructure in general.
Yeah,
so that's my vibe where I'm messing with Ghana heavy.
No, I hear you, but I feel like for me, when I think about Nigeria, like there's that stupid hope that you feel like you can go and make a difference. It's a lie, bro. You can't. It's a lie. You know what? I had to realize that it's a lie. There's so much things that need to get done. One person can't do it on its own. Bro. Do you understand? Bro. So what you've got to do is make the best of a bad situation. Do you understand? You've got to come in and make the best of a bad situation and make your money within the structure and within the system. Yeah. And so, like, for example, one of my friends, like, she's out there working. She works for a bank out there. Bruv, the girl's lovely. So nice. Bruv, when we are in Nigeria, if you see how mean she is.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
I said, why are you talking? She said, listen, if I don't bad these people up,
they're gonna turn. But it's so true. It's so true.
They're not gonna do it.
It's
you can't talk polite to them.
It's so true.
I kept saying, why are you saying to the... Bruv, they're my own driver. Yeah. They're the madness. She said, I told you. Yeah, you've been too nice. That's why man will just take liberties.
It's sad, and I want to be careful with it because as a non-Nigerian, especially, and someone who hasn't been to Nigeria, you won't really get it. But if you go to Nigeria, unfortunately, you'll find that you have to tell, not ask. And if you find yourself asking, they will do you over. And it can be dangerous for you. Very dangerous. You get what I'm trying to say? I remember one time I was staying at my friend's house and like, when you first arrive, you get to the gate. Oh, yeah, we're staying at XYZ house. Yeah, we just come from London. No. We're not letting you in. He's like, but he said that he phoned you to let you know I'm coming. Mm. I didn't receive any phone call. So we phoned my boy. He's finally spoken to the guy. He's let us in. The very next day, same thing, same guy. That was yesterday. Today, blah, blah, he wants bread in it. Today, that was yesterday. He thought I phoned him. You're going to have to phone him again, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? My boy's like, bro, remember, bro, I know you haven't been Niger in a while, but you have to chat to these man properly. The third day, as we're bending in the corner, I've wound out the window. I've put my head out the window. Open the gate. Believe the gate got open ASAP. Bro, you don't ask, bro. You tell, and that's how you get stuff done in Niger, unfortunately.
And it's like you just got to balance it because again, for example, you want to give, but when you give too much, now you make yourself a target. Now because remember, you are dealing with people that even though they're working, even though they've got jobs, they're still not getting enough to, like a lot of the people you meet, bruv. Do you know how much people told me the same story that their mum or their dad is dead, and they have to feed their whole family? The first time I heard it, it touched my heart. By the time I got to the 15th person, I said, is this real or is this just a common story that you don't tell the foreigners? Do you know what I mean? So I had to start realizing that, man, I'm going to tell you what they need to tell you because they need to get something out of you.
Bro, they need to get theirs, bro.
They need to get theirs. So you're out here just feeling like, because again, you've got this pound. So you have to also understand that, and this is where, again, having a Nigerian person with me, she was teaching me like, would you just go out? Would you? Because £5 to you is like going to a club and giving someone £50. Yeah. What would you do to give someone a £50 tip?
Bro, what would they need to do, bro?
What would they need to do? It's the same thing to give somebody 5,000 naira. Yeah. Like, because to them, that is a lot.
It's relative, isn't it? Everything's relative.
Everything's relative. Yeah. So it's a lot. So you can't just do it for basic things. Man can't just greet you in good morning. Take. Like, they've got to go above and beyond, and you've got to make sure. Otherwise, you will just spend all your money giving it away. Yeah, and that's why I tend to give like tips at the end of the trip, or when there's the last person I'm going to see last time I'm going to see the person. But there's it's even sometimes it's funny. Antoinette and I gave someone a tip in Ghana, and the guy was a Ghanaian taxi driver. I saw it. Yeah. He happened to be some mad TikToker. I can't lie, Eman. When I first saw that video, someone acted as like, yeah, I know them bricks with tips in it. And I'm seeing myself on a video that I wasn't aware of. I was shook. When I heard your voice,
I was shook.
Like I heard it. You're gonna be around it. I said, I said, what?
I was shook. But one of like Antoinette's aunties asked at the time, like, how comes like you gave him like that in it? And I said that sometimes, it's a reminder that you're blessed enough to give.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it feels good.
You're blessed enough to give, and like if. Like we're saying, it's a £5. And don't get me wrong, £5 a good amount of money, innit? Yeah. But the loss that I'm getting for the gain that I'm giving them It's crazy. So
you want to make an impact in the environment that you're in. And that's something that I did. I was like the cleaner that was cleaning my room. Bruv, till today, the guy got me on WhatsApp. He still wants me. Happy New Month, sir. Like, I'm in his WhatsApp. God will bless. Bruv, the tip I gave the cleaner, bruv. Because I'm just like, you know what? Be a blessing in the environment that you're in.
Exactly,
Do you know what I mean?
And you meet some really, really good people, innit?
Come on.
Yeah. It's just a shame that, like, I think when it comes to Nigeria, there's just so much corruption. And I always say that what it feels like in Nigeria is that, like, you're handed, like, a pie. Or you're handed, like, a few seeds, right? The seeds are edible. You're handed 10 seeds. The seeds are edible. When you plant the seeds, it's going to grow into, like, a forest of trees for the whole country. And then the person that's handed the 10 seeds eats 8 seeds, basically.
Exactly.
And then passes on the 2, basically. That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like. There's so much potential, but people just won't
everyone
wait.
at the top is just mashing it
They
off.
just want now.
Just
want it now.
And then
but it doesn't make sense. You're driving these nice cars, the road is not complete.
Yeah.
You're driving these nice cars, the electricity is not working. Bro. Like, so you have to have a generator. Like, we shouldn't need to live like this.
Sometimes I wonder if some of the stories are true. Like the second airport that they built. Yeah. And then they said that the runway isn't long enough for international flights. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's crazy. But things are true. Some things are true. Like the main airport that we fly into, they're taking light in an airport. It's insane, bro.
It's crazy.
It's insane, fam.
And it's like, so I guess the point being is that there's opportunities everywhere. Yeah. Like, don't limit yourself to just the UK or just America or wherever you're from. Like, there's opportunities everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But the point being is that for me is that if I'm gonna take an opportunity, I want to go somewhere where my currency has power and sway.
Crazy.
Do you understand?
It's crazy, bro. You could go like Bali and all these places where if you earn in pounds and you're there, the quality of life that you're living is insane. Like, I even employ some of you to just watch some videos of cost of living in countries that you visited already. See what it would be like to live. See what it would be like to have a remote job in the UK and live there.
And the maddest part, the internet's here to help. You can YouTube any country you think. You put into YouTube, and you will find someone vlogging them moving from wherever to that country, their mistakes they made, what they've learned while they're there, how it is to live there, places to go, places not to go, how to rent a house. Everything you need to know is available on the internet. So you don't even need to go and make the mistake, and you can watch and learn and make your decisions. And also, one of the biggest things they say is go on holiday, go and visit. Yeah. But always remember that the visit is different from living. Of course. Because that's how a lot of people get messed up. They go on holiday, oh, I love this. There's someone, mate. You're forgetting that you're spending £2,000 in a week. Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. And try and just make it tangible why you want to move. Like, I've got my reasons for a lot of things. Like I always say, Ghana, Nigeria, business. Dubai, my reasons are safety is probably the biggest one for Dubai. It's little to zero crime. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and I think also just culture as well. Like, one of the things for me is like, like living here in the UK, certain things that they're now saying they want to teach kids in school and expose them to. And I just feel like, actually, I'd rather maybe going to a country where there's a bit more stricter, it's a bit more old school, means that, my kids can just be kids and grow up. Do you know what I mean? Rather than having to experience things that I feel like in the Western world they want to expose our kids to too early. So these are all the types of decisions that people have to think about before you make a move.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we say all of that to say, listen, if you're interested, start looking into what do they call it? The young people call it Wi-Fi money now, isn't it? Yeah. Becoming a digital nomad. Yeah. There's plenty of opportunities to make money online, whether that's teaching people, whether that's selling products. The opportunities are endless, and when you do that, you can consider moving to another country and maybe living a better life.
I know a lot of people that are doing that. Literally, they learn a skill, they can do it online, which means they can work from anywhere. Like, that's the life, man. That's what you want. You want to be free.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that's been the Bread and Butter podcast.
Like, comment, and subscribe,
and we'll see you on the next one.